Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to another Real Madrid preview. This is the preview to Real Madrid versus Rayo Vallecano. Now, first of all, today I'll be doing the preview earlier. At the time of recording, it's Monday, so I'm recording this a few days back, as I usually do. So, a bit of a heads up. And yeah, let's just get into it. Now, of course, we now come away and come from what was a wave and a patch of rough 6-7 games. Really, from the likes of Girona, Napoli, um, Barcelona, Braga, Osasuna. Um, I keep forgetting who we played in that patch, but yeah, from what was really a really rough, really tough couple of matches, Sevilla as well, right? After playing basically um, 5 of the 6 games away from home, we can now, breathe. We can now, relax a bit. But of course, the games still continue, and the oppositions are not easy. Let's not be too naive. Let's not start thinking, wow, we're gonna win every single game now, because we've got Rayo Vallecano, we've got Valencia, and we've got Cadiz in our next 3 La Liga game, and then we have Granada, and then we have Real Betis. Like, these are not easy games. So let's not be too naive. Let's not get overconfident. Let's not be arrogant. The games are still going to be hard, but at least we got 16 out of 18 points possible in the 6 tough games of the season. The 6 games back to back to back to back to back that are very tough, especially on the road, which makes them harder. Now, again, if we have another patch of 6 games that are away from home, even if it's not Barcelona or Napoli or Braga or Sevilla, we would still be saying it's going to be a tough batch of games. So let's not be too naive about any of the next few games right now. That's gonna happen, of course. But at least it's good to know that we cleared Girona away, we cleared Napoli away, we cleared Sevilla, we cleared Braga, and we played Barcelona away already. So these are just games that are out of the way, and the good thing about it is we are still top of the table, even though Atletico Madrid should really be. But currently we're top of the table, and we have come up away from those 6 games with 16 points. That is the best possible outcome. We could have won against Sevilla, of course, but I would have been happy with 14 points, 4 wins and 2 draws. But you know what? 16 points is great. So yeah, let's take away the positives. Now we move on to a game against Rayo Vallecano. Now this is not an easy game, because if you remember from last season, it was definitely not that easy. Yeah, let's have a look at the last 5 matches. So if we look at last season, we won at the Bernabéu, which was just 5 months ago. I think it was one of the last few games of the season. But away against them last season, so around this time last season when we played them, we lost. It was just before the World Cup break, I remember, when the players were just not committed enough. The players were not, giving it. And then the last 3 games, away we won, at home we won, and we lost away from home in 2019. So that was a long time back. So we're not gonna get really much into that. But considering it is at home, it gives us an advantage, because based on what we just read, last season at home we beat Rayo Vallecano, but away we lost. So at home we definitely should be the favourites. I think going away we should be the favourites, but at home there's no excuse for Real Madrid to beat Rayo Vallecano at the Santiago Bernabéu. There's just no excuse. It has to be, because if you look at Barcelona and their next game, right? They have got Real Sociedad away. It's going to be a tough game for them, going away to Real Sociedad, whom aren't playing that badly. They're 5th, but, you know, are doing alright. They're doing alright, right? So they're in the top 5. They're a top 5 team, so it's going to be tough. For Atletico, who have a game in hand anyways, right? They've got Las Palmas away. So that's 3 points for them. That's 3 points for them, surely. So we have to keep up with these teams. Even Girona. Let's have a look at Girona's next game, right? Their next game is Osasuna away. Hopefully, they can drop some points, but I would assume they would get 3 points. So, realistically, Atletico and Girona should win, and we have to win as well. It's just simple as that. So, I would assume and I would really hope that Real Madrid can get all 3 points from this game, because if we can't, something's wrong. Something's really, really wrong, because that's an excuse for the games that we have dropped points. We've realistically only dropped points in 2 matches, I want to say, against Atletico and Sevilla. And both those games are against teams that play rough, rough kind of football, right? Sevilla want to, get in the tackles. Atletico Madrid want to get in the tackles. And we lost against Atletico because we were just poor and they came in with a system and we were away from home. We drew against Sevilla, because we just didn't have an offensive output. We were away in a stadium that was crazy, with crazy atmosphere, and we drew. So we can't really compare against Rayo Vallecano as those. Considering coming to this game, we've beaten Barcelona away. So if we do not beat Rayo Vallecano, and this applies to Valencia at home, this applies to Cádiz away, this applies to Granada and Real Betis and the next few games that we're going to have. But it's not arrogant. It's not saying that we will definitely win easily. It's saying that we should really be getting 3 points from these teams. So let's see what happens. Like I said, I assume we should be able to get 3 points from these games. Now, Rayo Vallecano, let's see their current player who might be, let's see their players who could be a bit of a threat. So they do have Falcao, who remembers him, Bebe, Raul de Tomas, former Real Madrid player, who I think, it was either de Tomas or Joselu, wasn't it, that we were going to sign. They've got Oscar Trejo, they've got Enteca. In fact, do they have any players, right? Let me have a look at the top scores. Let me just go to the La Liga website. If I can find the top scorers list. So yeah, let's go to goals. So of course, not right now. Jude Bellingham has the most goals in La Liga as well, 10. Wow. Nope, that's not what I want. I want the top scorers, if they're gonna bring me to it. Yep. Just let me have a look. Let me have a look at who Rayo Vallecano's goal scorers are. Well, Bellingham has 17 shots. I mean, that's incredible. But is he gonna show me? Can I even? It's hard to do it on a mobile phone, though, isn't it? Oh, there it is. Okay, all right. So Rayo Vallecano. Their top scorer is Alvaro, who has 3. So, yeah, Alvaro Garcia, I think that is. So, yeah, it's Alvaro Garcia, who has had 3 goals this season. So, you look at the side, they have had, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They've had 10 goal scorers, right? And I think 7 of them have scored 1 goal. 2 of them have scored 2 goals. And 1 of them has got 3 goals. So, that's, 14 goals scored this season? And that is almost as much as Bellingham alone. So that tells you all you need to know. But, let's talk about Real Madrid. my starting 11 personally, the back 5 I've kind of kept the same. Right, Kepa starts. Alaba, Rudiger, no other choice. We could see Nacho. I'm just saying. Carvajal, we could see Lucas Vazquez. Who knows? And Fran Garcia. Look, Mendy started El Clasico. Apparently, he's out injured. Who knows how long and how serious that is? Again, who are we going to play at left back except for Fran Garcia? No one. Midfield. Now, Tchouaméni has picked up a serious injury. So he's going to be out for, 6 to 8 weeks, so about 2 months. So that's great. Camavinga has to play DM then. And who else can we play in the midfield if Tchouaméni is injured? Because I would have said Tchouaméni, Camavinga, Valverde probably. But then again, you're looking at Modric, Kroos, and Valverde to fight for 3 spots. So Valverde for me takes a spot. Modric or Kroos, it doesn't really matter. But considering Kroos, started against Barcelona, I'm going to say Modric. Front 3, it's going to be the same. However, I was thinking about this recently. I was thinking, is Jude Bellingham going to get rested at all even? Is he going to get a few games that he's going to be dropped? Now, you might say that some players who might not be, old. So some players who are in their 20s might get rested. Because, of course, it doesn't matter how old you are, you still need a rest. Like, that's just that. But because how important Jude Bellingham is to the team, I wonder if there may be a situation where he doesn't get rested because we need him. So is that going to come in and hurt us in the long term? Who knows? But I do hope that he does get some rest, even though he is super important. That can be said with Vini Jr., who is going to play a lot of games, although he was injured for a few matches, and he did get rest, so you can't really say the same. So, yeah, right now, you look at the starting 11, who is in there every single week? I look at Bellingham, straight away, Jude Bellingham. I look at Carvajal, who has basically started every single game. I look at Valverde. I look at Kepa, who is the goalkeeper. And I look at the 2 centre-backs because they have to play. These players, I think, are the most important because Camavinga doesn't start every single game. Modric is rotated with Kroos. Fran Garcia was rotated with Mendy and even Camavinga. Joselu is rotated with Rodrigo. Vini Jr. was injured for a period of time and could be rotated with Joselu as well. Who knows? So you're looking at 4 to 5 players in that team right now that have played a lot of games, and that should be rotated, and that should get some rest. So personally, that's just my opinion, but of course. Score prediction. I'm not gonna go arrogant. I'm not gonna go like a 5-0, like I said. Do I want to go for 2-1 again? You know what? I'm gonna spice things up. I'm gonna say, I'm not arrogant. I'm gonna say 3-1. I expect it to be a 2-1. I expect it to be just a 1-goal win, but a win to win. I'm gonna go with a 3-1 Real Madrid win because, as I said, we have to win these sort of games. These kind of games are crucial, so we have to win them. But I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Hit the like button if you did, subscribe to the channel if it's on already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.